Mr. George.
Mr. Liam.
How are we doing, brother?
Alive and well. Yeah.
Alive and well, breathing.
Breathing.
You do look like you're breathing if I observe
Taking
from a
in the
distance.
world. Yes.
Taking in the world. So we're doing a little bit of podcast tonight. You know, a little bit of a pod. I think we've been going back and forth for quite some time to do this. Like, to be honest, you've never wanted to be on camera, but deep down you've wanted to do it.
No, I don't know. He always just catches me a bit intoxicated on camera.
Alright, well this is the first drink, so...
First drink, so there's going to be some sensible answers and maybe some insightful chats.
Wow, okay, that's a very, very good introduction right there. The vocabulary is coming out. See, I caught him on this little gap in the day where he had only had one drink. And I said, you know, we have to shoot a podcast before you get too fucked up. And,
maybe.
You know, you're like, yeah, let's do it, bro. Now we're going to have an insightful chat and a good conversation. So we're both staying in Cape Town at the moment. George is actually one of the kings of Cape Town. You know, he runs the show a little bit. Very connected. If you ever come down to Cape Town, you got to get in touch with this guy. But yeah, I mean, I could do my own introduction of you, but I mean, maybe you just do like 5 minutes just to explain who you actually are, because if this is on my channel, you know, people just know you as that crazy guy in one of my vlogs.
Well, no, I'm actually interested to see what you have to say about me.
Well, okay. Well, I can give you a little introduction, but then you got to correct me, right?
Fine.
So when I first met George, I thought he was like an absolute dickhead. He just like I was actually doing a podcast with a few other friends of mine, but this was back in the end of 2020. No, the end of 2022. Yeah. So I like just matriculated high school. I was making a little bit of money with e-com at the time. So I thought I was pretty cool, you know. And George pulled up, he had like Louis Vuitton shades on, and he was just taking phone calls like the whole time. I was like, there's no way this guy's actually taking phone calls, you know. It must just be a show, like it must be Fugazi. But yeah, then he was just like cracking jokes with us on the podcast. And yeah, I didn't really know much about him, but as I got to know him, I realized that he's actually a very business-centered mind. Like he's very good with business and also very good with interpersonal relationships, which is what has helped him get super connected in Cape Town. So I would say like that's one of your strong suits. Yeah, probably. Just being super connected and building genuine connections with people where people go the extra mile for him. And that's something that I have struggled with in the past. And George just taught me a lot about that. So that wasn't really an introduction for you, but that was kind of just how I see you, you know.
And like how things have evolved. Yeah.
But I mean, how would you introduce yourself? You know, let's say a 10 out of 10 girl walked in here, and she said, "Hey, what's your name? What do you do?" What would you say?
Yeah. My name's George, and I can change your life. No. No, well, yeah.
Bro, sorry, dude, that was
something
funny.
like that. But
it's like, I'll destroy your life. That's what I'll do.
More likely, but
I mean, change is change, you know.
Fair
Never
enough.
said for the better.
Yeah, so I'm George. I've been in the kind of agency space now for three and a half years. Actually now switched up a bit, but yeah, still in agency, sales, client side of things. And that's more or less what I've been doing. Got a lot of friends in different industries, so we just kind of thought we'd have a quick pod, and
for sure.
Been living in Cape Town now for pretty much majority of my life, and that's pretty much it.
100%. And I guess you've pretty much been operating the agency more locally, right? Like local clients and stuff? Local
and international.
Yeah, what's the majority of your clientele?
Now I've switched over completely.
Yeah, but what was the majority?
Okay, yeah, it was like 60% South Africa, then a few in the US, and then Norway, and like a few random island, but it's all kind of all over the place, but mostly we're focusing on tourism, so quite a lot of them were African focused tourism companies. Yes.
I mean, a lot of people that are in the agency space, they instantly think they got to get like the first like 1K, 2K, USD, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're obsessed with getting that USD. And you obviously did quite well with the majority of your clientele being South African. Like, what would you say about that?
Be the best in an underserved market, I guess you can say. Everyone's trying to go for the dollar or the pound or whatever, but there was also quite an easy win where there's not as many people in the South African market in the whole agency space who actually clocked in on everything and pretty much just provided value, and that's what I've been doing and did do, but now switched over to pretty much taking on head of sales of another agency actually abroad.
Yeah. And that's crazy that you landed in that position because you didn't have any sales experience besides selling for your own agency before, right?
Well,
and now you've landed like a massive position.
Yeah, so I'm like heading up the whole sales function of it. So obviously I had the experience doing sales for my own agency.
Yes.
Did some training. It wasn't necessarily for that exactly, but definitely always been just looking to learn on the sales side. It's what I like to do. I like to talk to people, learn about people, find out how I can help them. So that's really kind of always been my main focus in the agency anyway.
For sure. But I mean, most people that would be striving for a position like that would have already done closed maybe millions in sales already, right? And you landed that position probably over guys that have got that in their back end, on their resume. So what do you think was your edge there?
Being unique, I guess, in a way of just getting through the door, showing value, and also just being genuine and actually having a bit of a network to a certain extent. I wouldn't say it played a
No, I had to look back there as well, bro. I didn't know what was going on there.
I wouldn't say it played like a major role, but just in general, being able to talk well on the call, come with ideas, and then things went from there. It's only been a month.
That's true.
It's been good.
It's been good. Yeah. Been enjoying it.
So yeah, Liam, tell me why someone should become a dropshipper.
Well, I don't think everyone should become a dropshipper. I'm not here saying that everyone should do e-com or do dropshipping, bro. I've had people wanting to work with me. I'll turn them down if I don't think that they're actually gonna do well with it. I think there's too many people trying to be dropshippers, but not enough people with the actual capital and actual personality, demeanor to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's an extremely competitive game that you're playing here. You're playing it alone. You don't have any team. You don't have anyone pushing you behind you. So you have to be almost a lone wolf. Not that that's the best mentality to have, but in this game, generally, you do have to be a lone wolf unless you're partnering with someone from the get-go and you guys both have the same intentions. But yeah, I don't think everyone should be a dropshipper because a lot of people want to have money. They don't necessarily want to have a business. And they see the lifestyle, they see the money, they see the Shopify screenshots, and that's what they want. They don't want to actually put in the work, get good at sales, get good at marketing, test relentlessly, lose a bunch of money before they actually ever make their first dollar, That's not what they want. They just want cash. So when they understand that the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to lose cash, oftentimes that scares them away and then they stop anyway. That's why most drop shippers never even run ads,
Well, how many of the Shopify screenshots on Twitter are fake?
Bro, I know guys that rinse and repeat their friends' screenshots, A lot of these big guys they'll be in a group. They'll each send, they'll send results check here, bro, or Discord. And then you'll get some guy that's not doing anything, making all his money from a course. He'll just grab that screenshot from the Discord, pop it onto Twitter, record day, whatever it may be, But obviously that's not everyone, there are guys doing insane numbers. I mean, it's not all fake, This guy's actually doing crazy things. But yeah, there's a lot of fluff for sure.
Well, I mean, obviously now with what I'm doing, I get to see the real players in the game, I guess you could say. And
why don't you explain more about what your actual agency is that you're working with now? Because that's pretty in line with what I am doing as well, to a certain extent.
I mean, Liam and I have had some chats about it and everything, but essentially we work with companies who run on Shopify, e-com brands, only brands, not drop shippers.
Shit.
Yeah, you over did. No,
but bro, there's massive brands that are still fulfilling with the dropshipping method.
Well, when we say dropshippers, we just mean guys who rinse and repeat stores. We don't play with them. We actually talk to people with actual brand equity, I guess you can say. So yeah, it's been interesting.
That's a good way to put it.
Being able to talk to people who are actually building something for the long term versus looking for quick wins and cash and go, for example, the typical made $10,000 in a month, running a dropshipping store and lost $500, the kind of standard.
Yeah, exactly.
Paying out. Or you got the people who made some money, went to Dubai, rented a Lambo, and now they're selling a course.
Exactly. I don't think people actually understand how easy it is to do that. You could run up an e-com store. You could get lucky even and make 50K. Boom. Okay. Then everything comes crushing down, but you got 50K in your bank. You can easily book a flight to Dubai. You can easily stay in a nice crib with 50K. You can easily rent a Lambo for the day, put together a little course, rinse and repeat Shopify screenshots, run up a course, run up the affiliate links, make a bunch of money with that, and yeah, just focus on growing the community.
Well, yeah.
But
I reckon if anyone watching wants to do that, give me $2,000. I'll have you in a Lambo, book your flights, and I'll give you accommodation, and you can complete Fugazi it in one day. Everything will be sorted for you.
But the thing is, you don't even need to do it well, bro. There's guys that we know that are doing it badly and doing good numbers, but we don't have to get into that now. I want to get into, bro, obviously you took a step back from the agency.
Yeah.
Now you're working for another agency. I'm sure you had to shed your ego a little bit to do that.
Yeah.
But now you're probably learning so much in a completely different industry, and you could probably work here for a couple of years, learn a bunch of things, and literally have all the knowledge that you need to build your own like massive brand. Surely?
For sure.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities that can come from this. Obviously, firstly, just the opportunity in the business alone. I think too many people are obsessed with owning their own business, and I've done it. It's not as easy as it looks. It's actually sometimes not even as profitable as you would think, and you can actually work for someone, make a lot more money. Like, don't get me wrong, I had a great time running that agency. It was a great lifestyle business for me. But now it's like, cool, I had a really good time for the past 2 years. I mean, just flying around, doing all that last year, and like just partying and doing all that. But then it was like, cool, I learned a lot of skills doing that. But then it was like, let me bring it in and learn from someone doing even better than me. And that was actually a bit of the ego, just squash it. Like, I don't really care personally
For sure.
that. Like, I don't need to post around going agencies blowing up, any of that. Like, doesn't really matter to me.
To be fair, the only reason why you would be doing that is to either inspire people or maybe funnel them into a course, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that, which I don't think you care about either one of those.
No. I am not getting Lil Johnny at 11 p.m. at night going, hey George, my Facebook ads aren't working, how must I fix this? Like, I'm not dealing with that.
For sure. I mean, I do want to just like preface or just say this as well. Obviously, there are guys with courses that are doing amazing in the actual business, you know? You can get to the point where you've outsourced everything, you delegated everything, and you genuinely do have free time on your hands. So you might as well just have two businesses, you know? You might as well sell the knowledge that you've spent years acquiring and help other people in the process. So there are guys that do, like I've got a community, a paid community. I don't really push it too frequently, and every now and then I do mentor guys. But it's genuinely just because I have time on my hands. I can make some money with that.
This guy barely has to work. It's bizarre. I mean, you stayed with me for that week not too long ago. And I mean,
I was working, bro.
Yeah, no, he was working.
When I work extremely efficiently and very hard. Like, I was working.
You were working, but at the end of the day, if he wants to put in 8 hours, 10 hours, he can do something else on the side too with it. Or you can focus on that, whatever you want, really. So I think this is probably South African context, specifically. South Africans are so eager to find that thing, especially, I don't know, I feel like it's a very different landscape to the US and UK market. South Africans are willing to even trust South Africans too, and they're like, he made it out in a way, if that makes sense. And there are quite a few who I've seen popping up who are full of shit, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, anyone, just like, I'm just going to put out there, like, anyone who's posting 100,000 Rand Shopify thing, he's not going to help you. Go get a job. Literally, it's going to be the same profit margins. Like, I'm not hating or anything, like, cool. Some people can be happy with that. But at the end of the day, you're dealing with all the stresses of running a business for not much.
Yeah, well, I mean, if someone's posting 100,000 profit or 100,000 revenue in a month, the profit margins can be as low as 10%, bro.
Yes,
they could be flexing 100,000 Rand screenshot and making 10,000 Rand, you know, like, and then, you're better off in obviously some jobs pay that, but you could get a job that's going to be more high paying than 10,000 Rand a month.
So no, it's interesting. I mean, like, for you, Liam, obviously, like, you've really kind of came into this properly in the last year. Not even, or yeah.
I've been working behind the scenes, building up skills and stuff, but
I'm saying things have really kicked off in the past year or so.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, what would you say are the things you found? Like, I'll compare it to me in a way. I started, money kind of climbed, and I increased my lifestyle accordingly.
Yes.
But mine wasn't as drastic as you, like that, kind of, well, not down, just up.
Yeah,
straight
sure.
away. Like,
Yeah,
mine's like that slow, gradual build with an agency.
Yeah.
How do you stay, like, I guess you can say, content, calm, and just like keep pushing, but not being that guy, I guess?
You mean just losing myself, getting egotistical,
Yeah.
whatever? I don't know, bro. I mean, if I'm honest, I still feel like I haven't done much. It's just because I know what I want to achieve and it's extremely big. There's no point that I'm going to go crazy and celebrate now when I know I still have so much work to do. You know? It's like, yes, I made a lot of money very quickly, and obviously I'm still climbing, but I just know that I still have so much more climbing to do. So it's almost like I also always knew that I was gonna like get money, you know?
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me, whatever. It was like I'd been waiting for that to happen, you know? So it's not like I just won the lottery and it was a complete surprise. It didn't feel like something had just been gifted to me or like just fell into my lap. Like, oh damn, like I just made a bunch of money, I'm gonna go. No, it wasn't like that. Yes, I'm grateful for it. And I do feel like the universe, God or whatever has conspired to help me get that. But at the same time, I know that I've put in the correct pieces of the puzzle in order to make it happen. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think I could be more egotistical and I think it could actually help.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just not how my brain is wired. A lot of times I wouldn't say I struggle, but you know, I think I should be more confident for, you know, what I'm doing. Everyone should be confident, bro. You don't need to have to even have achievements to be confident. Confidence is literally a cheat code to life, and you're an extremely confident guy. But confidence hasn't always just came naturally to me. There's a lot of reasons why.
I can walk around with $0 rand in my
Exactly.
bank account and be confident, or
Yeah.
a couple mil, like it doesn't matter.
Exactly, and that's the thing that a lot of people struggle with, you know.
Yeah.
Or at least I've struggled with that, you know. If I wasn't making money, I was like, damn, I'm a piece of shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then, and like some people are pieces of shit, you know. Some people are losers, like yeah, but they're super confident, and their life is gonna be so much better because they're confident. You know, they could be a piece of shit and not confident, and then it's gonna be worse. Or they could be a piece of shit and confident, and you know, they're gonna live a much better life. Went a little bit on a tangent there, but yeah, man, I just know I still have so much more to achieve, and yeah, I wasn't a cocky guy before, you know, so.
Yeah, it's great to have confidence, but you also gotta humble yourself a lot.
I think confidence is always a good thing, but I think ego is where it becomes a problem, because then you limit yourself from learning new things. Egotistical is generally when you think you know everything, you know. How are you ever gonna grow if you don't wanna listen to what someone else has to say?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I think, like, especially the people who were in Cape Town, for example, December, January, February, like, Cape Town's a crazy place in that time. Like, we've seen it. And it's very interesting for me because I'm obviously getting introduced to a lot of these people for different reasons, whether they're a friend of a friend or they've just heard I know people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. And you see so many different people, and every time the guys top tier confidence, but the guys who are making the most money, we will always talk, have good chats, but business barely comes up.
Yeah.
Whereas the other guy, all he wants to tell me, my Shopify numbers or my agency just scaled like this, and that's the first topic of conversation. Some of the best mates I've made, we probably talk business a week or two later. That's like us, we barely talk business, but when we do, it's generally quite valuable, you know? Yeah. It's because we're actually intentional about it. Like I'll be wanting to do some sort of play and I'll ask George's opinion on it, you know? And he'll give me some good pointers and vice versa. You still need to book that call. But there's no point, personal matter here. But yeah, there's no point meeting random people and before they even know your character, before they even know your demeanor or who you are, you're speaking about, you know, what you're doing, your business and stuff like that. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to have information overload anyway. So yes, you can learn something from everyone, but don't try and just talk about the same stuff over and over again.
Dude,
you know?
I want to know about where you've come from, what your family life's like, what your friends like what do you like to do before I even hear about your business?
And
Yeah.
then only do I maybe even care about like what numbers you pull in, and even then I don't really care.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate in the industry that we are in. You know, a lot of people, their first impression of you is how much money you're making, and that's kind of what they base their future impressions of you off of. You know.
I mean, I don't think I've ever posted a screenshot of anything on social media, business related, really, other than trying to hire like some sales reps.
Yeah, you're still clean with it.
Very clean.
Yeah, you're
Not infected.
yeah, you're not
Without train.
infected yet.
But no.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, also knowing what someone's doing, like off the bat, is a good way to like cut the shit, you know,
Yeah,
like
sure.
and like get straight to it in a way, because you might have some guy that's just like balling, yeah, his lifestyle is speaking for himself, but it's just family money, and he knows nothing about what you actually value.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, all relationships are is just, do your values align? If you love talking about business, yeah, amazing. Maybe someone else also loves talking about business 24/7. I love talking about business with the right people, but not every single person.
You know, I'm happy to talk about business non-stop forever, but you better not be a dick.
Plain and simple,
I
yeah.
don't care if you have the coolest business ever, but if your attitude just stinks, like, get out. I
Yeah,
guess.
talking about specific people here, George.
You.
All right, we'll speak about something else then on the pod. What?
No, what are we going to talk about, boy?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Brazil versus Bali. Hit me with it.
Brazil versus Bali. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, before this year, I'd literally never traveled. I went to the UK once with my family when I was 12 just to visit my uncle who lives over there. But since I started doing better with business and stuff, I took my own initiative to travel more this year, which has been an amazing experience, and I'm very grateful for it. It's helped me grow a lot. And the first place I ever went to was Brazil. So that was quite nice. And then I went to Dubai afterwards, and then I just recently got back from Bali. But George obviously asked me now, what's my opinion on Brazil versus Bali? I would say I had two very different experiences for one. When I first went there, I was staying with Adam Horwitz. I'm sure some of you guys know him, and another friend of mine, Andre. And we're staying in a very nice location. And that was like the first time I'd ever really stayed in a place like that. So that alone was a massive wow factor for me. It's like if you take someone that's living in an uncontacted tribe and you show them a city, you know, they're going to be going crazy, you know.
Only spent all the drop shipping profits that month.
Yeah, I came back. I couldn't even afford my flight ticket back, bro. I was
Yeah,
back.
he called the bank of George.
No.
No,
He's
this is lies.
Yeah,
I got to clean
Yeah.
your name there quickly.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, it was a great experience. And then when I went to Bali, I was a bit more seasoned with this thing, a bit more seasoned with the traveling, with staying in nice places.
You knew how to check in on a flight. And
I knew how to check in on it. I literally missed my flight back to Cape Town from Dubai, bro. Very rookie thing. And I knew I was gonna miss it, and I was still just standing in the line, like, yeah. Hopefully it moves, you know.
Got to get the priority pass, bro.
Yeah. Not quite there yet. Need to rack up the Amex points. But yeah.
What's better? That's all.
In what context? Though?
Again, if you want to just go lock in and work, where's better? Just one word answer. Say
Yeah, I would say Bali.
partying.
Well, it depends.
You obviously
I
went
was
during
there. I
Carnival.
went during Carnival, which, if you guys don't know, that's literally the party week of Brazil. Every single week, every single year, there's 1 week called Carnival.
Yeah.
It's a massive festival, and it's just
need
parties in the
long
morning,
stories, I just need
parties in the
stories.
evening. Okay, rapid fire. Partying, well, like that's nuance, bro.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, if you want to party any time of the year, yeah, go to Bali. There's always going to be parties there.
Lifestyle in general.
Depends how much money you have. You know, if you have enough money, you can live good anywhere. But if you don't have much money, go to Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brazil much more expensive.
Brazil's like Cape Town prices, or Rio
That's all.
specifically. Yeah, I was in Rio in Brazil, so,
Yeah.
which is
Same as Cape Town,
a bit more expensive than Cape Town.
but like, yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what Cape Town prices are like, what would you compare it to Europe? You've been around Europe.
Oh yeah, Cape Town's like a quarter of the price. Like really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can say, in my opinion, right now, for the best lifestyle, Cape Town wins anywhere in the world for what you get for your money.
Yeah.
And the quality of food, good booze. no,
This
like,
guy, bro.
honestly, like just quality of wine alone for me, like that's a win.
The vino. Yeah, I mean,
beaches, you got mountains, you got everything. Like,
and also quality of food, you know, everything's
is.
locally sourced.
it is a big deal.
But yeah, bro, I actually have been loving Cape Town since I've been back. Like before, I didn't have the reference
Yeah.
because I'd only ever been in this area.
It makes you appreciate it a lot more for sure.
And everyone always said Cape Town's amazing. All the foreigners came here. Cape Town's amazing. Whatever. Yes, I still have a lot of places to check out, but from what I have experienced, dude, like Cape Town's really nice.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're gonna love Europe with me this summer.
Yeah,
So
we're heading to Europe in a bit, so
Well,
that's
I
gonna be
go
a
in-
good time.
I go in like 10 days.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
I'm gone. So enjoy Cape Town without me.
I will.
But let's film a vlog in Europe,
No, we will. We'll definitely be filming a vlog in Europe. That's for sure, man.
and I'm gonna give you a tour of
Yeah.
some places.
Wait, George, should you just tell the pod how old are you?
I'm 22. I'm old compared to this guy.
Well, I'm 20. You're turning 23, right? This year.
Yeah.
So yeah, about 3 years older than me.
My liver's dying. I'm an old.
It's not that bad.
Nah, but yeah.
I mean, you should definitely get on with the life insurance.
I'd say, yeah. You see this boy like crushing it at 20. I'm looking back like, was I doing it at 20? Fuck, got it up my game. He's catching.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, I mean, we'll talk about that. Like,
comparing yourself to others. I think that's a big
yeah,
thing.
and you've obviously been around a lot of money. You know,
Yeah.
you've got a lot of connections with guys that are doing insanely well,
Yeah.
myself included. No, I'm joking. No, that was a joke. I'm broke. But like, have you ever struggled with comparing yourself and stuff like that?
That's the one thing I don't struggle with. Like, honestly, like a lot of people who are doing really, really well I'm around are either really, really well done, like good at agency, a few drop shippers, but a lot of them end up selling courses and stuff, which is nothing wrong with it. I think if you have a real good value offering, do it. Personally, if I was anyone right now, you shouldn't be buying a course, you should be getting a mentor, whether it's paid for or just you connect with someone right. I don't, like that's the best way. There's a course won't teach you anything. It's already all out there on YouTube. It's the small things for your personal situation, which I find like the most important. Do you want to do a quick promo that you give them access to you personally or not?
Yeah, we can. I've never really mentioned it on my channel, but yeah, every now and then I do take on one-on-one mentorships. So I do work with guys very closely to help them build and scale an e-com store the right way and profitably, obviously tailored to their situation. So yeah, if you're interested, you know, pop me a message on Instagram, or you'll see a link in my bio. You can find it there and just apply.
Okay, promo's done. Like you get the gist, but what I'm saying is being able to have access to people is the most valuable thing versus just having a pre-recorded course. As soon as that course gets...
The thing is, George, a pre-recorded course can be good if you get the right person, because it puts all of the valuable information in one central place, you know?
For sure.
When you're just scrolling around on YouTube, bro, you can spend 10 days on YouTube and maybe find one thing valuable, you know?
So
and then you've also conflicted your mind with so many different things. Which is where you have a course, it's one person strategy. You can follow it from A to B and apply it.
For example, right now, you want to start an agency, what are you going to do? Cold email, personal network, maybe run some ads. That's how you gain clients. How to fulfill it, you choose your niche. You either building websites, you running email campaigns, you're doing ads. That's all you really need to know. And then you can go in depth to solve each of those problems by searching on YouTube. That's literally the roadmap to starting an agency, right?
Yeah.
That's literally get clients, provide value and help them solve a problem, whether it's getting new clients, which it often is, whether it be through email or ads. Like that's really it.
Let's see if someone takes that, bro, and builds a multi-7-figure agency now.
Probably
from
not.
that little piece of
never
advice
trust
there.
me. There's better people out there.
Yeah, he's trying to scam you guys.
Yeah, buy my course. Yeah. All you gotta do is buy me a beer.
But yeah, bro, you're going on about how you've never... All you do is buy me a beer. Okay, you were saying how you don't compare yourself, but you never actually finished that point.
Comparing yourself, like, firstly, there's so much fake info out there. Secondly, just in general, someone may have started earlier than you, or someone may have even started later than you, but is surpassing you already. Like, it doesn't matter. It just depends, like, on what journey you're going. Like, either way, you put your head down, you keep working. It's going to happen at some time. I don't think anyone, like, say you want to start an agency.
3 years of hard work is guaranteed. Like, I don't think there's any way you can't not get a car.
Yeah, unless you've been fooling around, you know.
Then you've been lying to yourself. So either way, you can make something happen. But yeah, comparing yourself to people, it's never bothered me. I get why it would. Social media, all that, like just seeing a guy you met or even just a guy you follow, like flying in a PJ. Yeah, he didn't get that PJ from his agency. He got it from his course or whatever. Like, that stuff happens, but they are also very successful agency owners, absolutely killing it. But it's knowing who to trust. But is that agency owner putting that on his social media for a reason or what? Like, it's actually just understanding who's putting stuff on for show to sell a course, or who's just doing it because they like the flashy lifestyle. It's really finding the undercover guys with 2-3K followers who's going to actually shoot you up.
The thing is, like, I think most people's route of comparing themselves would come from social media, but that's everyone's highlight reel, you know, everyone shares what they want to share, their best moments, whatever it may be. But your situation is a bit different because you've actually met these people in person and you've analyzed the way to still not let it affect you, you know? And I think social media would actually affect you more as opposed to meeting them in real life, because then you see more of the back end, you see kind of the type of person they are, and you kind of piece together, okay, yeah, this is why they're doing well, you know?
Dude, like, the people I've met, like, are really great people, all absolutely crushing it, whether they have a course, whether they have a business, whatever. Like, got loads of friends in different industries, they all vary, but the one thing is, I'm only either seeing them once or I'm going to do loads of stuff with them. You either dick or you're not. It literally is that. And, like, you want to know how much money I make? Sure, I'll tell you. But if that's the indicator on whether you want to hang out with me, don't want to talk to you, really, to be honest.
For sure.
There's so many people who are just sussing you out based on your income to see if they can get something out of you.
100%. So, I mean, obviously you've, like I want to go back to my intro of you, right? I said you've been able to get quite connected, get people on your side.
Yeah.
What do you think has been your main advantage there?
I'm completely authentic. Like, what I think is what I say. Sometimes to the detriment of myself, to be fair. Like, I'll say what I'm thinking, and that can definitely burn some bridges, but, like, it's just me, and at least the people who value that, they'll be around with you for a long time out of that respect, versus, dude, I can go around just talking to everyone I meet in Cape Town when they come down, oh, I'll do this for you, oh, got you, like, whatever kind of thing. There's not really any proper stuff. You just someone, and you both trying to get something out of each other, where it's like, with me and, like, some good friends who do really well, none of that.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think a lot of people try and put on a fake persona because they think that's actually what's going to get them that relationship or give them an upper hand or whatever. But you've always been completely transparent, completely authentic.
Like,
and at the end of the day, even though you say it burns some bridges, those probably aren't the bridges that you want to be standing anyway. Yeah?
There's also a matter of, like, association can bring you down in the long run too. Even if it's just being friends with someone, you're still associated with them.
Of course.
So it's actually really kind of choosing who you want to be around. And also, if you're spending time trying to network with everyone, too many people try to network all the time.
Yeah. Of course.
Like, only get back into your room, sit at your laptop and go work.
Networking, the majority of the time, is procrastination. You know?
He's going to have the secret sauce for me. I have to go to that next thing.
It's exactly the same as just scrolling on YouTube trying to find the next source.
It is.
You know? Oh, he's gonna know what to tell me what to do, whatever it may be. Okay, no, it's gonna be him. Let's network. Let's talk business. It's like, no, most of the time you know what you need to do, bro. Like, you know exactly what you need to do to get to yourself where you need to be.
Also,
you know?
Networking with someone and you go, like, asking them all these questions, they're gonna also hit back and say, what are you doing right now? And if you haven't done anything and you're just like, oh, I'm just trying to meet people, like, they're going to be like, don't waste my time. Go, sit in a room and talk to me in 6 months.
But I mean, you'll find that guys that actually have value to offer aren't just meeting up with people for coffee. You know, like, unless they think that you have something to offer them, or unless they're just a nice person and they see something in you, you know. Yeah. It's just the game that we're in, you know. The majority of the time, if someone actually has something valuable to offer, they're not going around just telling it to random people.
don't go to Cafe Caprice on a Sunday and think you're going to get your next mentor.
No,
like,
no,
you
no.
may get lucky, but they're going to tell you, yeah, sure, message me tomorrow. They have 100 DMs unopened. Like,
Yeah. I do reply to the majority of my DMs, so if you guys want to hit me up.
especially if you're female, instant answer.
But bro, I want to ask you, obviously you're enjoying a nice drink right now. One of the many drinks that I've seen you enjoy in the time that I've known you. You know, a lot of people are under the assumption that they can't be drinking alcohol. You know, they need a lock-in order to see progress in their life, in their business, whatever it may be. Obviously I have my own opinions on it, but you've done very well balancing the play lifestyle and the work lifestyle, you know, so what do you have to say on that topic?
I guess for me, I'm not someone, I'm willing to always put in the work, but I need to get some, I guess, dopamine reward out of things.
Okay,
No, like to be frank, like when I like signed my first client, that was
So
very
were you like on the sales call, like, oh, I need to be able to drink a glass of wine after this, like,
no,
not the money, you know, it was like,
that, but I'm saying
okay.
more the, hey friends, come out with me tonight, drinks on me kind of thing, stuff like that. I'm very sociable.
Yes.
I like to go out, but at the end of the day, majority of work's done during the day. So in the evening, what are most people doing? They're going out.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you can be a lot more wholesome and do like little movie nights or dinners, but yeah, I'm not like drinking all the time or anything. It's twice a week kind of thing.
But you generally do tend to go quite hard, like from what I've seen.
Yeah, but I think I'm weirdly just have a really good drinking tolerance, to be honest. It's probably one of the things that I can wake up the next morning and hit work at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Which is probably not a good thing, but I'm blessed to have it. Shout out mom, dad.
Yeah, shout out Mr. and Mrs. Brocklehurst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, because I think a lot of people, especially in our space, are very focused on like biohacking, optimizing their sleep. Like for example, the guy behind the camera, one of our friends, has got a WAP band on right now.
Whoop, isn't it?
Whoop, I don't know. Yeah, Whoop.
WAP's for painful courses.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just looking at it now, that's why I mentioned it. But a lot of people are under the assumption that they need to be completely optimized in order to like get their work done. And I've struggled with that before in the past as well. You know, I'd get a bad night's sleep, or I'd be a bit hungover, and I'm like, damn, nah, like my focus is all off today. But I realized like a lot of people forget how powerful they can be when they aren't optimized.
Dude, it's mad how a sleep score determines someone's whole day.
A sleep score determines how much money someone makes, bro.
No, like everything. Oh, I've got a 70 sleep score. My day's ruined.
Yeah.
No business is going to be done. I've got to go and meditate in the garden for 2 hours. Get out of bed, go sit at your desk, and get one small win, whether it sends one email, do one thing. You're back on top. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I don't know, does Warren Buffett go check his Whoop band?
No, I don't think so, no.
No, like, exactly.
Elon Musk as well, yeah.
No, but Elon doesn't have a heart rate, bro. Hope he's a robot.
Oh, he's an alien, yeah, he's a robot.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, I'm like, you gotta win in life, sure. Put in the work, do the stuff. But also enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Because if there's a lot of the time, some people may just put in all the work, and then they get it up there and they're there. Now they're in these circles. Homie has zero social skills. Homie can't even like get a word out, and all he does is blurt out his rev for the month. I'm like, no, but you can see these people who have literally gone monk mode for 2 years, and they finally like just something happened and they kicked off, and good for them. They've made their business work, but you forgot about relationships along the way, experiences, and like the whole of last year, treated the agency like a lifestyle brand. Like, I put in the work, don't get me wrong, like things ran well and everything, but I still experienced life.
For sure. And at the end of the day, we're in life, might as well experience it, you know?
Yeah, especially just like, I don't know, like, sure, I personally, for me, know there's a lot more optimizing I can do in my life. Actually, I need to do that. But also just like, don't make it control your life.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people also say, okay, I forgot, I don't know the exact quote, but it's like something like, you know, everyone's going to die anyway, you know, it's like, we're going to die. But it's also like, yes, but how do you want to live? You know, like, how do you want to actually feel, bro? You know, like, I think life can become extremely numb very quickly. Even the best things in life you won't feel anything from it if you had just been drinking all the time or doing drugs.
Yeah.
Your dopamine is going to be completely depleted. So, yes, be healthy, you know, exercise, eat good food. Don't be doing drugs and drinking every day. But what you find is when you are optimized, when you do drink and you do indulge in these things, it feels so much better as well. Because your dopamine baseline is way higher than the person who's just been drinking the whole
I
time.
walked into the apartment today, great day of work. We got some stuff going on the rise kind of thing, I guess, like not disclosing deals and stuff, but like good stuff happened today. I'm happy, looking forward to seeing my boy. That kind of buzz, you know,
For sure.
like, it's just easy. We're going to go out, have a few drinks, have dinner.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like we're going out to party now to like numb some pain, you know.
No, it's not like, oh, wake up. I went up,
Or like
wake up, ordered McDonald's McMuffin. Oh, I'm so down bad. Oh, my missus isn't answering me. Like, you know, like I was up at 8 a.m. there at the laptop, bing, bing, boom. Went, quick haircut, spoke to mom, saw her, like, you know, like just general stuff like that, and then back to work, took sales school, you know, just built out some systems, and now it's like, cool, let me go link up with my boy, and then came over here. It's just easy.
For sure. All right, bro.
Drinks, you know, just it becomes a social thing. It isn't the best thing. Like, everyone should join run clubs. I just need to get the cardio up there a bit more.
I'll challenge you, George. You come running with us next week.
Well, run club.
Yeah, run club next week.
Are there birds there?
Yeah, we can. I'm sure there'll be some birds.
Yeah, you get on there.
I mean, there's plenty of seagulls over there, you know, on the promenade.
Yeah, no, like.
All right, we're gonna get a shake on it.
Homie, we ran up a mountain together and I died, but let's run it.
All right, amazing. What's one final thing you'll say to the people watching, bro?
South Africans. My fellow South Africans.
Okay, this sounds serious. South Africans. It's like a VSL, bro. You're doing the call out. Okay, now you're going to address the pain, and then he's going to funnel you into your course.
Yeah, you're going to all buy my course. But no, just don't believe that. I feel personally there's this weird sense of trust when another South African is telling you he did this or she did that to succeed. Liam, I can actually validly say he's legit, but there are so many who have way bigger followings than you right now who are absolutely coining it, but they make the same amount of money as someone who works the most basic job on their business, and they're absolutely creaming it off everyone else. So that's really what I'd say, like, just be skeptical.
It's a nice little precaution for the viewers.
It's honestly my number one thing. I'm skeptical of everyone.
Yeah. George has been ranting about this for the last week, so I think this podcast has been a platform to just let loose.
Like,
so.
I call shit on everyone. Like, I probably called shit on you. I probably told Matt, yeah, Liam, full of shit the first day I met you.
What?
And I probably did. Like, I call shit on everyone.
Oh, really? Okay.
Until you broke, like, I'd rather be skeptical.
Yeah, of course.
Than just be gullible. Like, I feel like a lot of people are gullible, and it's a shame, but cheers, and don't trust me. And I'm not selling you a course.
All right, bro. It was a great chat. We're gonna go out, grab some dinner now. Have a nice evening. But to everyone that was watching, thank you very much for watching. Hope that you gained at least some value from this, and maybe a laugh or two.
I'm terrible at this stuff, but yeah.
No, bro, you did an amazing job. First podcast, right?
I filmed like 3 before with other people, and I made them all delete them.
Well, I think this one was fine. You know, only one drink down, so
I didn't cancel myself.
Nothing too bad came out.
So anyway, gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Yeah, cheers.
It'll be